welcome to Clam's new video. So I'm gonna finish off the horns. This took so long to cut out all the pieces for. You need like 14 strips of this, maybe even more. They're just rectangles, okay? They don't even have to be the same size or even straight. They just have to be black. They can be out of whatever material, preferably a thicker one. It's $9 a yard for a discount leather. I'm using leather because it's thick enough and it has a backing that is gray, the same exact gray that I'm using for her mask. And her collar piece. This cosplay is so much harder to make than I thought. The main pieces that you'll need to make is two tiny little tip things for the top, an end piece. I used resin to close them because I'm lazy and I don't want to sew. Most of this is going to get taped together. Or hot glue if you have your hot glue gun still, but my friend has mine still. She needs to fucking return it. So on the inside of this, I'm just going to use double-sided tape because it sticks to itself and to this. Seams, they don't fucking matter because at the end of the day, as long as it looks close enough, that's my goal. That's my goal with most cosplays, is I grab random materials, hope it works, and if it doesn't, who cares? Not me. And yes, I did watch all of these shows that I do cosplay from. What else am I gonna do? Date? Fuck that. I don't like people that much. And I don't have the money or the security for that. I live in a house with my parent. Love my parents. They're awesome. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep wrapping strips around. Make them as tight as possible on both sides. And then just stick it on. Eventually, I'll glue it. I won't find out when. I don't need to know. Try to get the seam to line up mainly with the back, because you don't want to see that. You want to see that, okay? You want it to be flat in the front. Tape every single seam. Or glue it, if you were smart enough to have a hot glue gun. I'm lazy and don't want to have to go to my friend's house to get mine back. She needed it to finish off some paintings that I actually bought for a background in videos because they're pretty, and yeah. But like, I wanted them to be useful even when I'm not using them, so she's using them as wall art. So eventually, if you ever see me sitting on a table, you won't know. But it will be because I'm in front of one of those. And she'll be filming, because why film something when she can film it for me? I'm going to use the thinnest strip closer to the top because it curves more. So if you made them multiple different sizes unintentionally, use the thicker ones at the bottom. It'll be easier on you, I promise. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible because I have work in the morning and I decide to do all of my cosplays in the middle of the night. I also never open my curtains. I just don't need people seeing my room. I live in a safe neighborhood. It doesn't really matter. Privacy. It's important to me. And also, one of my dad's friends keeps locking the front door, which... Why would you lock the door of someone's house that you don't even live in? Is beyond me. I'm not upset. I'm just confused. I would rather an explanation than than anything. Like, that's all I need, an explanation. Like, why? Like, I know he lives in the hood, but, like, that's not a good explanation, okay? It's not even your house. Type thoughts. Yeah, I know it will crinkle like that. I don't care enough, and I'm gonna pretend like it's not happening. 'Cause lazy. I'm just laying them out in size order. I didn't realize that there's so much variety. I didn't even mean to make them different sizes. This just kind of happened. Maybe taped the smallest ones. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, but I also need to get paid, and they already cut my hours. Which sucks, because they were cutting everyone's hours. One of my coworkers only got 3 hours this week. I got 20, which I usually get pretty consistently good hours. But, like, why were they cut? Like, why? I didn't do anything wrong. I promise. Did what I was supposed to. And yes, it does take 7 per horn. I know, because I counted based off of how thick they were. And it does take about 7 per horn. I cut out 14 already. That took forever. I also got the rest of, like, my lute cosplay in, like, the mail. Because I refuse to make gloves, okay? I just really don't want to make gloves. And also, one day I will make these horns better, I promise, but, like, I only have so much energy and so much time each day. And that's why I only post so much cosplay content. Or content in general. It takes forever to exist, okay? And I just don't genuinely have that much time each day to do more than one thing, because I work. So people who genuinely want more content, that's why I won't give more than I have to. I actually have, like, a decent paying job, considering I don't need to pay rent. Considering, okay? Because I'm still in college, and my parents were like, as long as you pay for your own college and schooling, you're fine. My parents just want me to get through school without trouble and be able to get on my own 2 feet. And I get that, which is nice, and I love my parents for that. They respect me in a way that a lot of people's parents don't. I'm getting closer and closer to the top. Yeah, there's bumps at the top. I don't care. It's not meant to look the best because horns are not perfect in real life. They're messy. They're growth. They're meant to look cooler than that. But also, if I was really going to try to make these look smooth and nice, I'd make them the same way I did the other horns I've made. They're ram's horns, and they're meant for cosplaying if your zodiac is the year of the sheep. That's actually why. My Chinese zodiac is that of a sheep. Technically it's called a ram, because all of the zodiacs in the Chinese calendar are boys. Yeah. Hilarious enough, there's actually tape inside of these too. I used resin to make them because I'm not putting together something new every time I need to do something. Who knew? If you do want it smooth at the top though, you just push it down first, and then it'll be more bumpy at the sides. Which is really up to you, it's preference. I don't care. I just want them together. And yes, I did make the end pieces triangles because they fit better around curved edges. So keep that in mind. On curves, triangles work better. Trapezoids are the best. They're the most powerful shape. Though, for the tips, if you want them sharper, just fold on top of it. Eventually the tape will fit inside the shape, because tape is all squares. But none of the pieces I made are squares. I meant to say rectangles, and then, but then it doesn't really work with my analogy, because half of my pieces are rectangles. And yes, I understand there is green on this, but I'm going to paint over it with a Sharpie. Because laziness. I literally created these horns out of duct tape. I don't think anyone should be surprised if I lazy out of anything. I also used bandages. I know these seem like that would be an expensive item, but if you get things online, they're not. You can get like a whole bunch of cast making equipment for really cheap. I saved all the green ones because it's my favorite color. I mean, look at my walls. Clearly, I have a little bit more favorite color or bias towards something. Yeah. So, on the final piece, it will look kind of like that. If it's fully taped down or glued down, please glue it. Don't tape it. It won't stay for very long. Yeah. Anyway, once it's fully taped down, it'll look something like this. It'll be kind of cool looking. do it on both sides. And then I'll come back with a part 3 of how to do the mask part, which is just me outlining a bunch of shapes. Have a good day, my Fab fans.